Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I want to have a talk with you. I want to talk about the power of a name. Do you know that your name is a strategic asset in brand and leadership transformation? Maybe I should break it down. Have you ever thought about how your name could be one of your most powerful tools for building your brand and leading with influence? Or maybe I should make it more concise. Is your name working for you as a brand and leadership asset? In today's fiercely competitive and disruptive marketplace, the name is no longer just a label. It's your signature, it's your strategy, and it's your story. Whether you are an individual founder building personal brand equity, or you're already a corporate leader scaling a startup into a legacy brand, the value and weight of a name cannot be underestimated. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. I'm the founder of Valdymas Intelligence, LLC. I'm a global transformational leadership coach, a lean agile strategist, and an organizational growth architect. I want to unpack 9 core attributes and strategic value of a name that is rooted deeply in wisdom, yet contextualized for modern business understanding and organizational transformation. The first one I need you to know is that your name defines your essence and your identity. Your name is not what you call yourself. It's what people experience when you're not in the room. In business, your name must capture your essence. It must reflect your mission, your mantra, your mindset. In fact, it also must reflect your market positioning. Iconic brands like Apple, Amazon don't just have names. They are names. They evoke identity. Once you mention them, you're defining an essence in people's mind. So ensure that you clearly define who you are, what you stand for, before you market anything. Your name should align with your business core value proposition and differentiators. The second one is that your name defines your purpose and your calling. A name can be branded like a prophetic declaration of your marketplace assignment. In ancient traditions, names weren't randomly assigned, as you know. They foretold destiny and they are crafted like something you want to design with excellence. Likewise, in business, a name should articulate what you're really called to solve in the marketplace, who you're sent to solve their problem. So build a brand name that reveals your why, the core problem you exist to solve, not just what you want to do. Think like a vision-driven entrepreneur who is after a vision-driven identity. The third thing is that your name would define a reputation and some influence, some degree of influence for you. A good name will open more doors than a good product will do. Your name is your reputation equity. If I sell a company today, I'm not only selling the physical asset of that company, I would have to sell the reputational value of that name that I've built over time. So it's what people whisper about your business in their boardroom, in their WhatsApp group, online, in different social media platforms. A trusted name becomes a magnet for partnership, for more customers, for referrals, for loyalty. So I want to urge you, guard your name. Build it with consistency, with excellence, with a mindset of service to the people. Reputation is like compound interest. Don't forget this. It multiplies rapidly or it decays very fast with every interaction. So be careful. The fourth thing is that your name is also a trust capital. Strong names build strong trust. When you mention some names, people expect or they have some contract of expectation. Morally so, and it is right because you have advertised to us, you have marketed the name to us, and you expect us to deliver based on what you have defined. So when people see your name, they expect some standard of delivery. The more consistent you deliver, the deeper the trust people have in that name. So make your name synonymous to reliability, to integrity, to keeping promises. Trust becomes your brand's strongest currency, far beyond that physical cash. You need to also understand, this is my 5th point now. A name defines your internal compass and demonstrates what your external culture looks like. So the sacred value and your culture, the things you will never do, we should know it from your name. So just as sacred names were treated with reverence in time past, so should your business culture be guarded. Your name should reflect your non-negotiables, the lines you wouldn't cross, the businesses you wouldn't get into, the things or in the environment where they will not find you. Your value, your tone, your internal ritual should codify a brand value. That value should make you visible in some location and should make you not visible in some other location. So let your name evoke an ethical dimension to where you're found. It should not just be an offer, it should be who you are. Number 6 is that name also demonstrates power and degree of protection. Name should be your fortress, not a liability. When they mention the name of some countries, what comes to your mind first is their military strength, their military power. When they mention the name of some country, what comes to your mind is also their power from other things, maybe human resources, material resources, and other things. So in the digital economy, brand names become an asset. Of course, you have to prevent it from being a liability, right? A strong name protects you from irrelevance and from competition. It becomes the platform for market influence. I want you to ensure that you secure your name legally with trademarks, with domains, with SEOs to push it up and to make it rank higher, and then culturally to ensure customer advocacy. Let your name carry market authority, that when they mention your name, they see you as a market leader, a thought leader in the market. Number 7 is that your name demonstrates some degree of legacy and longevity. Your name will outlive your presence. So please guard your name jealously. What happens when you're no longer running the business? Will the name carry forward? Every visionary business owner must build a name that transcends seasons and generations. Think beyond today's transaction. Design your name around the legacy. What will remain when you as a person, when you're gone? Number 8, and this is my second to the last point, a name must demonstrate moral and ethical integrity. A good name is a quiet strength beyond every sustainable growth. In the age of transparency, brand morality, a name that demonstrates integrity is non-negotiable. I want you to know that a single breach of ethical code, even if you've been existing for many decades, can destroy your goodwill within a day. And so please infuse ethical intelligence into your brand DNA. Let people know that your name means honor, especially when no one is watching. Finally, I'm a transformational leadership leader, and I would always wrap it around how your name can cause you to evolve. Sometimes name change reflects a new stage. Depending on how you've managed the business over time, you might consider changing your name to reflect a newer brand, an evolved brand, especially with strategic definition, a new strategic definition. So why I'm saying this is that even if in time past you've not been able to build an excellent name, or your name hasn't been synonymous to operational excellence, you could pivot. You could do mergers. You could introduce new team, introduce new management system, and embrace a newer location, newer realism, introduction of technology, and then evolve your name to make it like a matured name. Periodic review of your name is necessary to check if it's still relevant in the marketplace, to check if you're still aligned with the mission, and then to also check what your brand is strategically. And it would help you to know when you need to evolve or maybe like strategically rename your organization. So I've said that your name demonstrates essence and identity, purpose and calling, reputation and influence, trust and capital, culture and values. I've also said it also demonstrates protection and authority, legacy and continuity, moral integrity, and your name is also a basis for evolution and adaptability. In my final words, I would say in the marketplace of transformation, your name is your narrative, your leverage, your license. If I mention today to you that I work for Microsoft, it gives me a leverage in any conversation we have in the IT space. If I say I work for any of they call them the FANG corporations, right? Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. If I say I work for any one of them, you probably would need to ask me in what capacity, but it first redirect your mind as a brand, right? So in short, leadership identity is also defined based on the name you give. So don't just choose a name, cultivate it, defend the name. You may need to spend millions of your currency to defend your name, but please design a name that would live, that will speak, that will lead when you're not in the room. As a lean agile transformation person, I would say it's not about performance metrics. It's about getting a name people can trust, people can respect, and people can remember. Don't forget, people can trust, people can respect, and people can remember. Let your name become a movement. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. I help people strategically build a brand name that becomes a movement. So if you're an organizational leader and you're going through some turbulent times and you want to strategically reposition yourself, at Valdymas Intelligence, we do those true work of lean agile transformation. So we don't just train leaders, we transform them through lean agile frameworks, mentorship structures, and value-driven learning systems. We help individuals and organizations to build character, that's a brand, a name, competence, which strengthens the brand, and purpose-driven performance, which states the why. And that's what outlives everyone. We believe in leadership that is accountable, that is agile, and anchored in the truth. So we're here to work with you through clarity, through whatever challenges you're going through, onto transformation. Why not visit us today at valdymasintelligence.org to begin your journey? Thank you so much.